and we have to update the tier list. I didn't bring Sonic, though. I brought Shadow this time.
Truly the superior partner for a official ranking of these games.
And I'm really excited to have you here, Shadow.
Well, it's good that I'll be able to set the record straight for whatever Sonic might have missed last time.
I honestly don't remember what we said in the last 2 videos, because we did 2 before that. We did the first one, we did the second one when Frontiers came out, and now I wanted to do the Sonic X Shadow Generations version. But I took a little creative liberty, and I threw in this one.
I see.
I know it's not a mainline game, but it's still a really good game, and it deserves to be on the list. I also put your game in here.
As it should be, it's a mainline game.
It's a mainline game. I don't think I put it in the last couple ones. Shame on me.
Well, we'll rectify that mistake now.
Alright, we'll do that. So, we're gonna start off with the OG game that started everything off, Sonic the Hedgehog. So, Shadow, do you have an opinion?
I think it was an okay start at best, but overall I think it's about a C.
About a C? I kind of think it's a B. Because it's the game that started it all, but 3 acts is too long, and I'm not gonna lie, the jump between Green Hill and Marble Zone was kind of yikes.
Yes, the pacing's off, the amount of instant death pits is numerous and, quite frankly, just stupid.
You know what, the more that you say that, I think I agree with you.
Exactly. It's a C game at best.
Yeah, but it's still a strong start though, and it's where we all came from, so, you know.
Yes. It has its legacy, which is why it gets a C instead of any lower. But, that being said, it goes to C. I wouldn't exactly want to replay it very often.
Nah. Now this one, however, Sonic the Hedgehog.
This one has a lot more going for it.
I really, really like this one. It's one of my favorites.
I mean, it implemented Tails, which is already a big plus for most people. And it has much more memorable level themes, as well as, you know, a more succinct difficulty curve.
And an extra Chaos Emerald, and a transformation!
Yes, it implemented Supersonic for the first time, which in itself is a massive achievement. So I would say it lands a firm A tier at least.
And A tier, I agree with that. And also, if you combine this game with that game, then you get to play as Knuckles!
Yes, that is correct. Speaking of Knuckles, we have Sonic 3 and Knuckles next.
Yes! Alright, so I did put Sonic and Knuckles separate, because I kind of feel like it deserves its own listing. You know what, maybe we should list them as their separate entities.
I mean, that's fine. Well, for Sonic 3, it's definitely an interesting game, but it's not a very complete package. I would say it floats somewhere between Sonic 1 and 2.
So you say it's around a B game?
Yes.
I'm gonna agree with you, Shadow, because I'm gonna be honest, I haven't actually played Sonic 3.
Well, then we have Sonic and Knuckles, which is in the same boat of being somewhat incomplete, except this one also has a weird difficulty curve of just being much harder at the start because it's meant to be a secondary game.
Yeah, because I played Sonic and Knuckles before. Well, I haven't actually played that one yet, but I've played it. And I have to agree about the difficulty curve. It was just like, whoa. It's the first level. Why?
Personally, I would place it right below Sonic 3.
Right below Sonic 3? I can agree to that.
And then we come to the complete package, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which luckily actually elevates it quite a lot.
Yeah, this is a lot of people's favorite game, actually.
I would say that due to just how much it has in terms of content, as well as the things added to it, and the whole lock-on feature of the game cartridge, I would say that it deserves an S tier. I think Knuckles would be quite peeved with me if I didn't.
Well, listen, you don't have to take what Knuckles says.
Yes, but I do respect his opinion, at least in some regards.
You know what? You're right.
Now we come to Sonic CD, the black sheep of the Sonic original classics.
It's not one of my favorites, to be honest.
I think it's okay at best. I would place it one above Sonic 1, but no further than that.
Yeah, I didn't play a lot of CD because I didn't really like it. I would put it in D, but I know that I would get destroyed in the comment section.
Personally, I put it in C simply because it implemented Metal Sonic, who was a very early rival, aside from just Knuckles, that made a very large impact.
Yeah, Metal Sonic did have a big impact. Also introduced Amy to the series,
yes, it
too.
Did.
I know a lot of Amy and Metal fans would just be like, hey, why can't you put the game there? But no. There were a lot of problems with that I have with that game.
Yeah, no, the level design marred it quite a bit from being any higher, but as it stands, it's fine enough. It works better than Sonic 1 and has more interesting and varied environments, so I'd say it just stands a little bit above it.
I agree.
And now we're on to Sonic Adventure 1 Director's Cut.
See, I don't feel like the game has aged very well.
I think mechanically, it is not the best game. It works when it wants to, in most cases. And in most cases, it doesn't want to.
Yeah.
But you have to give it the points for variety of characters and stages. It at least tries things differently from the 2D experiences.
Oh, in terms of story and music and character variety and stages, like you said, it's up there, but the gameplay kind of detracts a lot.
The camera alone makes it an almost unbearable thing to play at times. And we also have to keep in mind Big's missions.
Oh boy, fishing with Big. Oh boy.
Some of the most lackluster gameplay in a Sonic game, and at any time.
Just wow, giving Big a bad rep. He's not a bad guy. He's just got really bad levels in one Sonic game in particular.
I guess you could say Sonic had a rough transition to 3D.
It did, but you know what? We're getting there. We're getting there.
Yes, we're approaching peak. Just it's one step below. I would say Sonic and Knuckles.
Let's put it there. I was gonna put it in a high C, but I can agree to a high, mid B.
Yes, it's middling B. And now we come to my debut game, Sonic Adventure 2.
It's your game.
Well, it's not my game, but it's the game that I first started in.
It's fine. We'll say it's your game, because it'll really irritate Sonic when he watches this.
I'm sure Sonic will be quite irritated regardless. But for this game, I definitely feel like it has at least a small amount of the issues from Sonic Adventure, but it irons out a lot of the kinks and makes things a lot more fun and varied.
Yep, I agree with that. I also really like the game, and a lot of the characters were introduced, like you and Rouge and Maria and who else was introduced in this game? My brain. But I like this game because I spend so long in the Chow Garden. My favorite part of the game is raising my Chow.
Also, with Sonic Adventure 2, I definitely feel like it does a lot better than Sonic Adventure 1 in terms of the character variety, because it doesn't just have one story per character that sort of centralizes on them and scatters the overall experience into multiple parts. It rather weaves together stories of different characters and makes it a lot more compelling.
Yeah, it's sort of like Resident Evil 2, where the stories connect.
Yes, something like that.
Don't ask me how I know about that game, by the way, viewers. Don't ask. If you know, you know.
But either way, I would say Sonic Adventure 2 definitely deserves an S tier, personally.
S tier, above or below Sonic 3 and Knuckles?
I mean, personally, I would say it's above, but that's up to you.
I agree with you.
And now on to Sonic Heroes, a game that you are far too familiar with as of recent.
I really want to love the game. Because, you know, it was me, SBO, and Vector's big comeback game. But...
Unfortunately, the controls, the level styles, and just a lot of it was very broken.
I do have to give credit where credit is due, though. It has really good music, and it has a decent story. I'm trying to find things to praise in this game so bad.
It had a lot of unlockables, at least. That's something.
It did have a lot of unlockables. It had, like, the super hard mode. It had extra missions.
Extra entire story bit with, you know, Metal, or I guess the Neo Metal Sonic.
Yeah, Neo Metal boss fight. Yeah, I still hate him.
Well, Charmy, since this is a game that you feel quite strongly about, where would you place it?
I'm gonna put it in a low C.
Interesting.
I don't know. I'm trying to get rid of my own personal bias because I'm in the game and so are my boys. But it's not terrible. There were some really good concepts. Like the team concept is really good. They just really need to, I think they need to remaster this game and bring it back and fix everything. Because they clearly can do it because, you know, in Sonic X Shadow Generations, they fixed Rail Canyon!
They did. They could easily do that for a lot of the other things in that game, but unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see a remaster anytime soon.
I'm so sad because it was the game's, like, 20th anniversary last year and nothing was said. Nothing was said.
Yeah, Sega doesn't like to generally speak on specific games.
Sad, sad, sad.
Unless it's something with classic Sonic, in which case then they do it.
Sega! Team Chaotix exist!
Who knows, maybe next year we'll get a Year of Chaotix.
Oh, please. Please.
Now we move on to a game that I personally think is automatically an S tier, but obviously I'm going to hold my bias for this one.
I did play this game with you recently.
Yes. And how did you feel about it as a first-time enjoyer of the game?
I really liked it. I thought it was... People told me that it was really bad and that I should avoid it. But you convinced me. And I have to say that it's one of my favorite games.
Exactly.
Not saying that because sometimes you look a little intimidating, and but I actually really like it.
Yes, as an impartial third party, I trust your judgment, and I think that as a game overall, it's definitely very good. There's things to complain about it, sure, like having to get every ending to get the secret ending, but at the same time, that just means playing more content, so it is what it is.
That's replayability right there.
Exactly. Plus, you can take many different routes to get to the endings, so you can at least vary up your playstyle in how you do the story.
But I need to go back and finish it. I need to go back and do more.
Well, we'll save that for another day. For now, I think S rank, but what do you think?
I wouldn't say S, but for you, I'm gonna place it over Sonic 2.
Fair enough.
Is that fair?
Yes, that's fair. I'll accept it.
Okay.
And now we come on to a game that I am embarrassed to have my name on.
Okay, Shadow, do you agree we just throw it in here?
Yes.
No questions asked.
No discussion needed.
Yep. Moving on.
Sonic Unleashed.
I need to play it.
Honestly, I played very little of it, but what I did, it was definitely a Sonic game.
It was a Sonic game that exists in the world.
Well, it was half of a Sonic game and then half of a God of War game.
Didn't it come out around the same time?
Yes, it was entirely capitalizing on the God of War game style.
Okay, this was back in the days where Sega were a little desperate.
Yes, where they were just copying other things for the sake of, trying to catch what was popular at the time.
That sounds about right. Well, from what I've seen of this game, and it's kind of a bit of a cult game. There's a lot of people who really, really, really love it.
Yes, there is a dedicated fan base for the Werehog game, but as it stands as a game, it's definitely nothing particularly special. It introduced the boost style of gameplay as a mainstay for the day stages, which was definitely a step in the right direction, but the night stages drag it down extremely hard.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I heard about that, actually.
Instead of getting a Sonic game, you get a knockoff God of War with really bad platforming and just the worst metal system.
Oof. Big oofers. So, I'm gonna trust you on this one, Shadow, because I haven't played it.
I'd say it gets bottom of C tier, personally.
Bottom of C? That's fair.
And now we move on to Sonic Colors. Now, the important distinction is this is the original Colors on the Wii and other things.
Yeah, not the
Not the
ultimate.
remake.
Yeah, the ultimate one, because that is doo-doo.
It is not good.
No, it's not good.
Sonic Colors, though, the original is good. The story's definitely very goofy in terms of its writing. But overall, the gameplay is solid, and it sort of played it safe when it came to how Sonic controls and the gimmicks, but overall, it was definitely a worthwhile experience for what it was.
Yeah, you know what? I do have to agree, and I like a good comedic story. Okay, so where would you place the game?
I would say it could probably go in middle B tier.
Middle B? So
Yes.
between Adventure and Sonic and Knuckles, or
I would say right above Sonic Adventure 1.
right above? So there?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good to me.
And now on to a game that has recently had a bit of a revival. Sonic Generations.
One of my favorite games.
As far as an actual Sonic game goes, this one is one of the cream of the crop.
Uh-huh. It's super good. It's super good. And it's only been improved. It's only been improved.
Yes, there's only one I can think of that is better, and we're getting to that, but for now, I still think this one is at least an S tier.
Maybe like a here, just a high S?
Yes.
Or, yeah, I think it's a high S as well.
And then Sonic Lost World we can throw into D because we need to fill that tier with something.
Yeah, I mean, nothing more to say on that one. It introduced the Deadly,
The Deadly Six, yes.
Yeah, the Deadly Six. It introduced them, and apparently the music's pretty good, but I've never played it, so...
The music was alright. The gameplay style, though, I've played it myself, and it was just boring.
Oof. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna pick it up.
And then we have Sonic Forces, a game that is once again very boring, but this time it's boring and short, and just not very good.
Shadow?
Yes?
Should we get a third opinion?
Whose opinion?
Sassy played it recently.
Oh yes, she has. I mean, I played it on my channel some time back, but maybe a more recent look would be good.
Okay, we'll get a third opinion. Hang on. Quick! What?
We need your opinion on something.
Okay, what do you need my opinion on?
Sonic Forces, where would you rank it from S to F?
From S to F?
Yes.
Do I need to give opinions?
They would be appreciated to help with your response.
Okay. Well, I personally enjoy the game. I love the sound. I love the soundtrack. It's really, really short. It's really, really brain dead. The level difficulty ramps up really, really stupidly towards the last few stages. I don't know for the life of me why, and for all those reasons, it's gonna go in D. Above Lost World.
That is fair.
That was really well put. You can go now. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Me personally, I would have put it below Sonic Lost World, but I'll keep it there for her sake.
It's okay, we'll move it.
I feel like she'll notice.
Oh, fine.
She's your editor, after all. Anyways, Sonic Mania.
Yeah, Sonic Mania!
I think we know this one has to get an S tier.
Instant. Above or below Generations?
Personally, I would put it above, but it's up to you.
Yep.
And now we move on to Sonic Frontiers. This game is a bit of a mixed bag at times.
See, I tried it. I really wanted to like it, but I personally couldn't get on with the playstyle of the game. I don't like leveling trees. I just like to be able to do things. That's what really didn't sell it for me. And I'm sorry. It's a great game. It looks spectacular. The soundtrack is killer, but I personally...
Yes, the soundtrack's honestly one of the best in the series, in my opinion.
It's a fantastic soundtrack, but I personally couldn't get on with it. I don't think it's a bad game. It's fantastic. It's a great story. But me personally, it just wasn't something I could get on with and play. I like watching people play it, though.
Well, I do know someone who did play it all the way through, and we could probably go and get his opinion on it.
Oh, who's that?
Hold on, let me call him up.
Hello?
Knuckles, we need your opinion on something.
Oh, what do you need my opinion on?
Sonic Frontiers, you played through all of that, right?
Yeah, the DLC and stuff. It was a lot of fun, actually.
We're doing a tier list. Where would you rank it from S to F?
Oh, tier list. Well, for Sonic Frontiers, I think it at least deserves a high A, because it had a lot of cool stuff with it. You know, the open zone type things was a really cool step forward, and it also had Sage, who was pretty cool. I like her. She's neat. And it also had me playable. I was in there. You could play as me in the DLC.
Is that why you're rating it so high?
No. Listen, it is a good game. Okay, trust me.
Fine.
Knuckles!
Anyways.
Can you hear me? Hi!
Oh, hi. Hi, Charmy.
Hi!
Anyways, are we done?
I don't know. Are you done?
I think so. Anyways, thanks for your insight. Bye.
Oh, bye.
Bye, Knuckles!
Well, there we go.
Alright, so where did he say it was going? Was it high A?
Yes.
Alright. High A. I don't know where I put it last time, but hopefully if I put it lower than that, it'll appease some of the viewers who watched the last one.
Well, either way, moving on to Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Hee. I know it's
A game
not
that, in name alone, puts it high up for me.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, spoilers. Skip to timestamp that Sassy is going to put here if you don't want a spoiler. But SBO murdered Sonic. SBO murdered Sonic.
Yes, he did.
He was so
I got
brave
blamed
about
for it almost immediately.
You did?
Yes.
Wow.
Amy tried to pin the blame on me because, obviously, I have motivations, but I wasn't the one who did it. I was passing around keys at the time.
Amy, that's not very good detective work.
Also, I was trying to keep her away from me, which drew more suspicion, but in reality, I was just trying to get her a gift.
Oh, so you became a red herring.
Yes.
Every murder mystery has a red herring. You just had to be the red herring. I'm sorry, Shadow.
It's fine. It all got cleared up in the end, and we went to see that Hot Honey concert.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It was fine. We were in the pit, so it was a lot of pushing and shoving, but a little bit of Chaos Force couldn't stop that.
Shadow, who's your favorite member of Hot Honey? Is it Jeremy?
I have no strong opinions either way. It was more for Amy anyhow. It's not that I didn't enjoy it, it's just I didn't really pay attention to the band members, I was just there for the music.
Okay. You know what, that's fair. I'll give you that. Okay, so where are we gonna put this really fun, free April Fool's game?
It's a short, fun time, but it is only loosely classified as a Sonic game. I would say at least high B, maybe above Sonic Adventure 1.
Yeah, I can agree to that.
And now we come on to the peak video game of the year.
The GOAT! The GOAT!
I think we all know where this is going.
Ooh. See? Is it gonna go there? Or there? Is it better than Mania?
Above.
Okay.
It took what was good about Sonic Generations, which made it almost on par with Sonic Mania, and then added me, which automatically boosted it a million miles to the sky.
Shadow, would you say that it added all of you?
Yes.
Funny, funny.
Anyway, that's all of the mainline games ranked.
Yep, we did it. Me and Shadow did it. Here's the list. Here is our list. Remember, these are our opinions. Everybody's allowed a differing opinion on the internet. I know that it's against
Charmy,
the law.
we forgot one thing.
What do we
Sonic
forget?
4 episodes 1 and 2.
They don't exist, Shadow. They never did.
Well, on that note, let's end the video.
Yeah, let's end the video. I haven't actually done an outro in a really long time, so I need to remember it. Did you want to help me out?
I mean, I can do mine.
You can do yours? Why don't we split it? It'll be funny.
Alright, I'll do the first half.
Okay.
Thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below.
And make sure you hit notifications so you don't miss a thing from Charmy and crew.
Anyways, we'll see y'all next time.
And don't forget to be awesome! Bye!